Insane, vile, fucking weirdo. Oh my God, it's fucking right. You dumb bitch, you're with this shit. He doesn't want me or you to have equality. Oh my God. Go pray for me. Text me and watch me get fucking hands. I want it. Get away. Sit down. Get away. Sit down. Get out. You're not welcome here. You don't want these people here. You're not welcome.
Damn, shorty. A hat triggered you that bad? A red hat that says "Make America Great Again" triggered you that bad? Nah, bro. This Trump derangement syndrome might actually be like an actual thing. Like, I'm actually starting to believe the reports now because we know the media be saying bullshit, but like, bro, I'm starting to believe that shit now. And it's crazy how she mentioned the whole equality thing, right? He doesn't want us to have equal rights and all this stuff. She doesn't want women to have equal rights. First of all, men and women are not equal, right? That's been a thing since the beginning of time. Men are good at certain things, women are good at certain things. But listen, men and women are not equal. That's just the standard. That's just what it is. We have never ever been equal since the beginning of time. Equality is a lie that the media and everybody else in the system pushes to make women, to sell women a dream. And they actually fall for that shit, which is crazy. But when it comes to equality of opportunity, right? Equality of opportunity is absolutely there. Now, when it comes to equality of opportunity, it's absolutely there. I mean, there's nothing that I can think of that a woman does not have the opportunity to do that a man has the opportunity to do. Like, we can both go into whatever career fields we want. In fact, I would even argue that if a man and a woman applied to the same job, they had the same credentials, same degree and everything, the woman would probably get the nod over the guy because they want a woman in the workforce. So, it's actually not a crazy point to argue that women actually have more privileges and opportunities than men today, just solely off of being a woman. But us men don't complain about it because we understand that, you got to work hard for whatever the hell you have. But, and this is the same thing I always ask the black people as well. Black people who claim that they're victims and everything. This victim mindset is a race between the white liberal woman and the black man, right? Who can be more of a victim? And the question always remains the same, right? Between these two groups, white liberal women and black people in general in America. And it's kind of crazy how you always get the same answer when you ask these two groups of people the same question, right? White liberal women and, black people in America in general. What can a white man do in America that a black person cannot do? And what can a man do, or opportunities that a man has that a woman does not have in America? The answer is nothing. It's a rhetorical question. The answer is nothing. So it's crazy how they always claim the victim in this scenario, but it's just crazy how a red hat triggered her. So Charlie Kirk deserved what he got. I think the hardest part of the political climate right now is realizing how many people around me are actually evil. Not stupid, not misinformed, just blatantly enjoying and relishing in the suffering of other human beings. The irony here. So I'm guessing, I don't really know how Twitter works, or X works, but I'm pretty sure the tweet on the bottom right here, the one closest to my finger right now, is the one that she put out before. And then after Charlie Kirk had passed, let me see if I can put my finger here. This is the one that she put up, which is what Charlie Kirk deserved what he got. After she had said that she thinks it's the hardest part, and how people around her are evil and they're blatantly enjoying and relishing in the suffering of other human beings, Charlie Kirk got brutally assassinated, and all of a sudden now Charlie Kirk got what he deserved. Seeing a recurring theme here, it happens all the time. Like, if there were ever a class on how to contradict yourself time and time and time again, or like, just expose how your belief system does not hold any value and actually put up against logic, the liberal ideology would be the way to go. Like, and it's very, very clear. I mean, how can you post that a couple of years ago, or whatever the hell she posted it before that, and all of a sudden now somebody that you may not have agree with, right, they get brutally assassinated? Because it was an assassination, right? There's no doubt about that, right? You say that he got what he deserved. And it's funny how she says, people around her, right? And she is correct about that. People in this world are very, very vile and very, very crazy. Like, you saw what happened when Charlie Kirk got assassinated. Like, there were people literally online making videos celebrating. They were literally holding their neck and like making fun of the way how he died and everything that happened, right? They're saying he got what he deserved, right? But what she doesn't realize is that those people who are relishing the death of other people are not people on the right, for the most part. Are there people on the right who celebrate death? Absolutely. And I can't say that word, but they're stupid. All right, let's put it that way, better for better terms, right? But people on the left, you always see them celebrating stuff like this. She doesn't realize that the people around her that she's referencing in her quote includes herself. She doesn't realize that. I.e., you can see she referenced that quote earlier on, right, in the year, and then she posts whatever she posts about Charlie Kirk getting, which she is literally the person that she's talking about. Like this is the definition of the kettle calling the pot black, literally. But it's crazy how she tweeted that before, and then all of a sudden, you know, when Charlie Kirk got assassinated, all of a sudden now Charlie Kirk got what he deserved, but you were complaining about other people being, you know, evil, crazy. You're just one of them.
I have waited around long enough for you to come to your senses and leave the cult of MAGA, but I am giving up on you. You have made your choice. You have chosen Donald Trump over a relationship with your grandson, which apparently you don't seem to mind because you have 7 other grandkids that you can fall back on. Same as you don't feel like you're missing anything by losing a relationship with your daughter because you have 3 other kids that worship you. Every time I wake up in the morning and I have to be a witness to the newest atrocity at the hands of this regime.
Damn, a regime? Sounds like she's comparing Trump and likening him to a certain painter back in the day in the early 1900s. It's incredible how these people don't understand, you know, comparing Trump and his regime or his administration to basically Nazis in Germany. You lose a lot of credibility by doing that because we are very, very far from that. And whatever Trump is doing right now is very far from whatever, the certain painter in the 1900s was doing back in the day. But you know how she, as usual, never take accountability, right? How about you're keeping your grandson away from his grandfather, right? How about that? Because listen, if it's a romantic relationship that you have with somebody else, you should absolutely talk about politics and make sure that your values align. That is a no. That's a no-brainer. But when you're talking about immediate family, people who literally, if it wasn't for his seed, right? If it wasn't for his semen, to quite put it frankly, right, you wouldn't be here, right? So, you know what I'm saying? He literally gave you life. He literally is the reason why you're here, right? The buck started with him, right? You know what I'm saying? Like if he didn't decide to lay down, you wouldn't be here right now, right? So you're the one who's taking his grandson away from him. It's not the other way around, right? Because in a family situation, I'm pretty sure, bro, those are family. Like you can get over certain things. A romantic partner, I can understand. And this confirms one thing that I've been hearing on the internet, a lot of people saying recently about people on the left in comparison to people on the right. And that is basically that, people on the right will they'll disagree with you and hear your opinion out. Like they'll actually disagree with you and let you voice your opinion, and they'll debate you, and they'll actually say this is where you're going wrong and this is why I think what I think. But people on the left is like anything that you have, like they will literally yeah, like you can't be a part of my life anymore. Like even if you've been tight like this, i.e., a father and a daughter situation right here. Like these people just cannot accept the fact that other people have different ideas. Like people just believe different shit. Like we can think by ourselves. We're not indoctrinated, right? And we don't have to conform to what the norm has always been. Like we can think, like these people just think that everybody should be thinking just like them and everybody should think the same way. But it's incredible. But in my opinion, I think how about you're taking your grandson away from his grandfather? That's what happened. That's what's happening right here.